Hello, everybody. My name is Nicolas Ancio. I'm from INRIA. I also work in the City Lab large-scale initiative between INRIA and CITRIS. And I also participate into the Digital Society Institute in France in the privacy group. So my point today is to introduce what we can call a personal web or personal cloud or personal information management systems, where the goal is to empower citizens and try to obtain from that a privacy incentive. So just to sketch very quickly the current web model, so how our personal data are managed today. Typically, a set of applications are collecting data and interaction data from users and place this data into huge data silos which are attached to each application. So typically, the data flow is from users to data centers and to third parties taking benefit from the personal data. So this model is very successful. There is a good business model behind it. But from a privacy perspective, it has three main characteristics which create problems. The first one is delegation. The user delegates their data to these data silos. The problem is a privacy issue because the user may not be able to opt out, change application, except if he accepts to lose the data. He may not be able to have an open access to his data, which is treasured in the data silos. Many other kind of issues linked to data dissemination, which is out of control, secondary usage or hidden usages, which are not advertised, which generate a huge privacy issue. The second characteristic is that each data silo is huge. It means it stores data of millions of individuals, which makes a target for attacker, and a single negligence may affect millions of records. So this generates a big security issue, which is very difficult to solve. Because in fact, the price we can invest in an attack is proportional to the benefit of the attack. So we assist to very sophisticated attacks, which are recurrent, with a nearly unsolvable issue. And the third characteristic is fragmentation. From the user perspective, the data is fragmented into distinct data silos. So the user does not have an integrated view of all his personal data. So this is quite commonly accepted, at least from the privacy perspective. And the consensus is that we have to give more user control on the system. So a complement to this current web model is what is called the personal web. The idea is to give back the data to citizens. So it means that existing application may enable users to download the data locally into a personal data store. A new application may emerge and decide to feed only the personal data store rather than the data silos. So this is an approach which is encouraged by governments, at least to a certain extent. Typically, the initiative you have here in the US about green button, blue button, which requests health providers or energy providers to provide a blue button where the user can download all the data held on him on a particular application in a particular hospital. So the target is to use the user as a centralization point to be able to collect all this data. The advantage of this personal web is that new benefits may emerge. Typically, quantified self-application will be much more efficient if they have a transversal view of the user data. Typically, to mix localization with health data, with financial data, etc., to give more feedback to users. The user may also control the exposure of their data because they expose only results, computed results. It means they expose information rather than exposing microdata. And third, we may also expect to derive some global treatment. It means that the user may participate to global computing treatment consciously. For example, epidemiological studies, because he will accept to participate to a global crowd query to investigate medical points. The problem of this model is where the data of the user should be given back. So one option is to use personal devices, personal computers, smartphones, user personal devices. The issue are then self-administration. So you have to be a geek to yourself administrate all your data. There is also a security issue because those devices are not known to be very secure. Another option is a cloud service. In that case, we may worsen the three characteristics I mentioned previously, since then we will have a data silo containing a very transversal folder of millions of users. So an alternative, that means the one we are working on at INRIA, is just an example. It's called PlugDB, and the idea is to provide to each user a personal computer, which will be closed, secured, tamper-resistant, able to store, index, query, recover the data in case of failure, interface with user devices, smartphones, personal computers, and will be able to authenticate, evaluate access control, usage control locally. So the objective here is to offer strong privacy and security guarantees to the data owner. So in this component, typically, we have both hardware and software security. Hardware security because of a smart card, which is a tamper-resistant element enabling user to store secrets. And software security because this is an isolated platform, isolated from the applications, with internal mechanism to evaluate access control rules and usage control as the user wants to disseminate his data. The problem of this approach, usually, is the business model. Is there any business model for such kind of approach? I have no answer to that question, but just some preliminary thought. It is clear that a personal data server empowers the user, so he's able to take decisions. He may also use it to monetize himself the data. So typically, the current model is based on the value, the commercial value that we can extract from personal data. Currently, it's monetized by the web dominant actors. The answer, which is called vendor relationship management, VRM, propose to the user to have direct interaction with brands, with people using the data. For example, a small startup in France is called Yes Profile, and it proposes to users to rent personal data monthly to have a small recurrent monthly income. So I give some price over there for each data. So maybe you can rent your shoe size to Nike for 15 cents of €1 per month. The point here that I want to stress is that, okay, but there is also a possible negative value of the data. So just take the example of a quantified cell device, body sensors, which are used by insurance company to infer if your behavior is more or less in the line. If it's not, then the value of giving the data is negative for you because you will have an increase in your insurance fee. So these questions are difficult to solve. And an idea will be to say that the user should be the only one responsible to take those kind of decisions. So typically, how could we see such an approach as a privacy incentive? In fact, we could, because a user which will try to monetize himself his data will try to control the data rather than delegating it, try to hold it rather than centralizing it. and enrich the data rather than fragmenting it. So it means that he may turn to a personal data server approach. So of course, many other questions are on the roads, at the crossroad of computer science, economics, social science, legal studies. So thank you.